So I'm recording this video on Thursday, and on both Monday and Tuesday I had very hard sessions. I think both on Monday and Tuesday I had 2 sessions on both days. So when I woke up on that Wednesday morning, I was absolutely shattered. My body was sore, my legs were absolutely gone. So on Wednesday I decided, yo, let me take a rest day where I don't really play any football, you understand. However, on this rest day, it wasn't just a case of me just, sitting down in bed, just watching Netflix, scrolling on my phone. I was still doing active recovery. So today I'll be going over what I did yesterday for my active recovery, because I still feel like as a footballer, even though you're not feeling 100%, even though your body's sore, you don't really have the capacity to go out there and have a good training session, or go out and go train with people, or go play a match, or go to power league, whatever you want to do. Even though you don't have the capacity to do that, simply because you're tired, you're shattered, you had hard sessions the days prior, you can still do things, like I said, active recovery. You can still do things that will help you as a footballer. You can still do productive things instead of just lying around in the house, you know what I'm saying. So today I'll be going over what I did yesterday for my active recovery, and you can take some of the things that I did as well and implement it into your routine when you have a rest day. So obviously I woke up, did the basics, shower, brush your teeth, put your clothes on, do everything like that. And then I just decided to record some YouTube videos, record some YouTube shorts, edit them, and then upload them, you understand. Obviously, if you don't have a quote-unquote YouTube channel, you can just do things like, I don't know, if you're not in school, if you're on your school break or something, you can do your homework, or you can just, go to school that day, go to work. It's good to have something outside of football that you can focus on, especially on those rest days, as well as on the days in the periods where you're injured as well. It's good to have something that you can take your mind off of football and just do something that you still feel is productive. So after that, like I said before, my lower body was absolutely killing me. All the muscles in my legs were absolutely killing me. But I said to myself, you know what? I finished recording, uploading the videos, so let me at least go to the gym, do some upper body work, you know what I'm saying? Let me go do some upper body work. And obviously, because I didn't train yesterday, I didn't train on that recovery day, didn't do really any sort of, cardio. I just said to myself, yo, I'm just gonna walk to the gym. The gym's like a half an hour away. I'm just gonna walk, go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? Keep the blood flowing in the body and just get that light intensity cardio, just to do something, just get my steps in, get that light intensity cardio as a part of the active recovery. So when I got to the gym, I did my upper body workout. So yesterday I did pull-ups, I did weighted dips, I did weighted sit-ups, shoulder press, some hanging leg raises, and what else did I do? I also did some anti-rotation press as well. So literally just working on that upper body, just working on the core as well. Because like I said, I feel like as a footballer, your core is very, very important. You have to have a strong core. A strong core can help you, protect the ball. It can prevent, you getting pushed off the ball. If you have a strong core, you can, resist movements. If someone tries to shoulder barge you, you're not going off flying, you understand. You're there, you're strong, your foundation strong, and also your legs. But obviously in this situation, like I said, it was upper body. But yeah, I did my upper body work, did abs as well, and then obviously walked home, did the 30 minutes of cardio again. So there you go, 1 hour of walking, light intensity cardio, still keeping the body flowing without actually putting too much pressure, too much stress on the joints, because I was absolutely shattered that day. Each of the exercises I did in the gym, I normally do them for 4 sets, you understand? Do them for 4 sets. You don't want to do too many sets to the point where your workout's lasting an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you understand? I feel like 4 sets is a good amount of time. Like I said, I spent maybe, an hour and probably an hour and 15, an hour and 10 in the gym. So it's good timing. You still get your workout in, do it at a good pace. If you feel like your workout's taking too long, you can also do supersets as well. So what a superset is that you probably do, instead of you just doing pull-ups 4 sets, then you move on to dips 4 sets, then you move on to weighted sit-ups 4 sets, you can just do supersets. So you do your set of pull-ups, and then straight after your set of pull-ups you do your dips, and then you rest. So you do it in twos basically. So you do set of pull-ups, set of dips, you rest for a minute, 2 minutes, then you do set of pull-ups, set of dips, straight away again, rest, and then that way your workout's just quicker, you understand. I normally use supersets. It's an effective way to just go into the gym, get your work done, and then get out in the quickest time possible, you understand. It's still effective, but it just helps you save so much time. So after I got back home, I showered obviously, and then what did I eat? I ate a steak, I ate 3 eggs, and then I ate a bowl of strawberries. Now, normally, I eat more than this. On a day where I'm training, maybe I'm having 1 session a day, 2 sessions a day. Obviously, on a day like that, I'm eating way more. However, because I didn't really expend that many calories, I wasn't burning that many calories. obviously naturally my appetite wasn't as high as it normally would be if let's say if I had an hour and a half training session or 2 hour and a half training sessions, you understand? So obviously on a day like this I'm eating less, so I'm not really eating, normally on a day where I'm training hard, I'm eating things like pasta, I'm having things like rice, maybe I have some bread, maybe I have some porridge oats as well. But on a day like this, I just said, yo, let me just get some steak, let me just have some free eggs, and let me just have some fruit. So yeah, that was my lunch. And then after that, I just took a nap. I've had like a 2 hour nap. Like I said, I was just cooked this day. I can't lie, I was just cooked. To be honest, these sort of active recovery days for me personally don't really happen often. I'm always normally doing, something related to football, whether it's I'm going out to train, work on my technicals, whether it's that I'm doing sprint training, or whether it's that I'm doing plyometrics in the gym or something like that. But like I said, when I woke up on that yesterday morning, I just felt absolutely cooked. The previous 2 days, I just pushed my body to the limit. So I was just like, yo, I just need a day to, recharge. And yeah, I just need a day to recharge, let my body rest, and then obviously the next day I can do my thing. So after the 2 hour nap, I got up, can't lie, I went on my phone. I was probably on my phone for about an hour, watching videos, just checking my notifications, because I hadn't checked my notifications pretty much all day. So yeah, I was literally just on my phone for an hour. But then after that, I decided, you know what, let me just go on like a 45-minute walk. Like, I've pretty much done everything for the day. Let me go on a 45-minute walk. Let me just, like I said, keep the body flowing. Let me go get those steps in again. So all in all that day, I walked an hour and 45 minutes. It's decent, you know what I'm saying? You get your steps in, you burn calories without actually, putting stress on your body. So it's all good. So after I came back from that 45-minute walk, I did my stretching routine. Now when it comes to your stretching routine, you can do so many different types of stretches. Obviously try and make sure you get your full body, you stretch your hamstrings, your quads, your calves, your groins, hip flexors and all of that. But in my opinion, the muscles that you want to prioritize as a footballer, I've talked to a lot of footballers, and the muscles that they say, they'll wake up the next day after the game and they'll feel soreness in those areas. The main ones for me that you have to prioritize are your lower back, your hip flexors, and your groins. Them three are the ones where, especially for me in my opinion, and I've talked to other players as well, those are the ones where you wake up after a hard training session the previous day and they're just absolutely sore. They're killing you, you understand? So obviously I'll put some exercises on the screen that you can do to work these muscles, stretch your hip flexors out, stretch your groins and your lower back as well, just to make sure you don't have any soreness, any stiffness. And obviously those are the muscles that when you get older and you don't stretch them, they're going to give you serious problems. They might even end your football career short. So make sure you take care of that. But like I said, don't neglect, like I said, your hamstrings, your glues, your calves, all of that, your quads. Don't neglect those as well. Obviously you can do your stretches for your arms, whatever, but more time you want to focus on on your lower body. Then after that, it was about 8 o'clock, so I decided, you know what, let me watch the Nations League. I was going to watch it anyway, you know what I'm saying? I was going to watch the Nations League anyway, Portugal versus Germany. Portugal ended up winning the game, you know what I'm saying? CR7 scoring the winner. But yeah, I was watching that game and then I was eating dinner at the same time. So for dinner, I literally just had rice with mince and then like chicken thighs on the side, like 3 chicken thighs on the side. And then after that, I think I had a bowl of blueberries. So yeah, that's literally just my day. After the Nations League game, I pretty much just went bed and that was the end of the day. So I made this video to say that even if you're having a rest day, even if you feel like, cool, I'm absolutely tired, I just want to sit in, I just want to rest, you can still do little things that will still help you as a footballer, you understand? Don't just think that you have to sit down and be like, let me just scroll, watch Netflix, go on my phone, and just do absolutely nothing for the day. You know what I'm saying? There's still little productive things that you can do during the day, so you don't feel like it's a day wasted. You understand? Because that's the worst thing. You don't want to get to the end of the day and you feel like, I just wasted the whole day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't train, I didn't do anything, and then you wake up the next day and you're feeling guilty because of it. You're feeling like, it was a day missed, it was a day of training missed. You know what I'm saying? I was tired, but still, it was a day of training missed. But when you implement acts of recovery, you still feel like you're doing something productive. You still feel like you're helping yourself as a footballer. So you don't really feel that guilt of, I could have done something yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So there's always something to do even on your acts of recovery days. But that's the bit for today. Hope you enjoyed. I've been JT and I'm out.